Have you ever wondered what would happen if you accidentally awakened an ancient curse? Picture this: a group of friends, brimming with anticipation for their weekend getaway, gathered in a cozy living room. Their laughter rings through the air as they plan their escape to a secluded cabin, nestled deep within the heart of the woods. The cabin, they say, once belonged to an enigmatic old man they fondly nicknamed Jagaban. Ah, the thrill of venturing into the unknown, the allure of the cabin's mysterious past. The friends can't help but feel a tinge of excitement, their hearts pounding with the promise of adventure. Yet beneath the excitement, a subtle hint of apprehension lingers. The cabin, after all, is more than just an escape. It's a relic of the past, a symbol of the unknown, a testament to the timeless allure of mystery. As they plan, they can't help but wonder, what awaits them in the heart of the woods? But only time will tell. For now, the cabin awaits. As the sun dips below the horizon, the cabin emerges. Nestled in the heart of the woods, it's an ominous silhouette against the fading sunlight. It's the perfect escape, or so our friends think. Jason, Lily, Mike, Emma, and Ben. The cabin seems to be shrouded in an eerie quiet, the kind of silence that makes your skin crawl. It's surrounded by a dense forest, the trees standing like silent sentinels, adding to the foreboding atmosphere. Lily, her voice laced with anxiety, breaks the silence. "Are we sure about this place?" she asks, her eyes scanning the looming cabin. But it's too late to back out now. They've driven all the way into the woods. The decision has been made. They are staying. Ben, raising an eyebrow, adds to the tension. "It's like something out of a horror movie," he comments. Ignoring the warnings, they approach the cabin. The creaky door echoes through the cabin as they step inside. Opening. In a hidden cellar, they discover an ancient book. As our group of friends delve deeper into the cabin's secrets, a hidden cellar reveals itself. A relic of the past, an ancient book, rests on an old pedestal. Its pages, bound in what seems to be human flesh, whisper tales of old, inked in dried blood. This book, it's like nothing they've ever seen before. Emma, her voice a mere whisper, breaks the silence. "This looks unsettling." A shiver runs down her spine, the air around them growing colder. Mike, ever the skeptic, dismisses her concern. "Come on, it's probably just some old folktale." His nonchalance echoes through the damp cellar, and then curiosity, that ever-persistent cat, takes hold. Against the warnings of their gut instincts, one of them decides to recite an incantation from the book. The words, foreign and harsh, reverberate against the stone walls. Unbeknownst to them, these words serve as an unholy summons, stirring the malevolent spirits that lay dormant within the cabin. The first signs of their intrusion into the supernatural realm are subtle. Eerie whispers seem to float on the air, the cabin's lights flicker inconsistently, and shadowy figures are caught in the corner of their eyes. Jason, the bravest of the lot, finally voices the question that hangs heavy in the air. Did anyone else hear that? Paranoia, like an unwanted guest, starts to settle in. As they leaf through the book, they discover chilling passages that hint at their deepest fears and regrets. Lily, teary-eyed, barely manages to utter, "How does it know about us?" The room grows colder still, the air thick with dread. The cabin, once a mere shelter in the woods, now comes alive with paranormal activity. Friends turn into foes, grotesque visions assault their senses, and unrelenting terror takes hold. The spirits, now fully awakened, intensify their attacks, closing, and with that, the spirits awaken. The cabin comes alive with paranormal activity. Imagine, if you will, a group of friends, once bound by joyous camaraderie, now united in terror. The once inviting cabin, now transformed into a house of horrors by an unseen force. The air is thick with dread, each creak of the wooden floors, each whisper of the wind, a chilling reminder of the curse they've awakened. As the night wears on, strange occurrences begin to unfold. Eerie whispers echo through the rooms, lights flicker without reason, and fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures send shivers down their spines. Jason, usually the jovial joker, is the first to voice his fears. "Did anyone else hear that?" he asks, his voice barely above a whisper, his eyes darting nervously around the room. Their curiosity piqued, they delve further into the ancient book they found. To their horror, they discover passages that seem to hint at their deepest fears and regrets. Lily, usually so brave, breaks down, her eyes welling up with tears. "How does it know about us?" she asks, her voice trembling as she clutches the book. And then, the situation escalates. The cabin is no longer just alive with paranormal activity, it is teeming with it. Friends become possessed, grotesque visions plague their minds, and the terror becomes relentless. The once cozy cabin is now a prison of their own making, the curse they've awakened, their jailer. As the spirits intensify their attacks, the friends realize they must confront their deepest fears and past sins to break the curse. The battle for survival begins, their friendships tested like never before. Will their bonds hold strong, or will they crumble under the weight of their regrets? The curse is real, and it's only getting worse. The realization hits them like a cold wave, washing away any hope of this being a simple prank or a shared nightmare. They are in this together, for better or for worse. And as the night stretches on, worse seems to be winning. As the spirits intensify their attacks, the friends must confront their deepest fears. With each chilling whisper and flickering shadow, the cabin feels more like a nightmare than a refuge. The walls seem to close in, and the once inviting fireplace now casts grotesque shadows that dance menacingly in the corners. The eerie book, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and unnerving illustrations, begins to reveal a terrifying truth. The friends are trapped in a web spun by their own regrets and fears. The cabin, once seen as a sanctuary, transforms into a prison, and the friends, once filled with laughter, are now consumed by terror. In their desperation, they attempt a risky ritual, hoping to break the curse and banish the malevolent spirits. The air grows thick and heavy, the darkness outside pressing against the cabin windows as if eager to join the confrontation inside. But the spirits are not easily dismissed. In the midst of the ritual, the darkness finds a willing host. Ben, who had always walked on the edge of fear, succumbs to the darkness. His eyes, once filled with warmth, are now cold and empty, a chilling grin spreading across his face. "You shouldn't have awakened me," he taunts, his voice echoing with a sinister resonance. The remaining friends are left to battle their possessed friend. They arm themselves with improvised weapons, their laughter replaced by grim determination. Their cabin getaway has become a fight for survival, their friend now a vessel for the very evil they sought to banish. In the face of this nightmarish reality, Mike rises to the occasion. His voice cuts through the chaos, a beacon of resolve. "We have to end this now!" he shouts, rallying his friends for the final confrontation. The battle ahead is fraught with danger, the outcome uncertain. But one thing is clear. If they are to survive this cursed legacy, they must face their fears, confront their past, and fight for their future. "We have to end this now!" echoes through the cabin, a defiant call to arms in the face of unspeakable horror. With the curse lifted, the friends are left scarred. The once cozy cabin now feels like a haunting testament to the terror they've endured. Their laughter and excitement replaced by a deafening silence, punctuated only by the occasional whimper or stifled sob. Physically, they bear the bruises and scratches of their harrowing battle, but it's the emotional wounds that cut the deepest. They each wear the heavy cloak of their deepest fears and regrets, brought to life by the ancient curse. The cabin, once an anticipated escape, is now a prison of their own making, a chilling reminder of the horrors they've faced. Jason gazes around, his face a mask of stoic determination. He's the first to break the silence, his voice a mere whisper against the stillness. "We need to leave," he says, a simple declaration carrying the weight of their shared ordeal. Lily, her eyes red-rimmed, nods in silent agreement. Emma, the color drained from her face, clings to Mike, seeking comfort in his steady presence. Mike, his usual jovial demeanor replaced by a grim resolve, wraps an arm around her, his gaze meeting Jason's in silent understanding. Together they gather their belongings, the cabin echoing with the sounds of their hurried movements. Each step towards the exit feels like a struggle, their bodies heavy with exhaustion, their minds weighed down by the memories of their encounter with the malevolent force. As they step out of the cabin, the sunlight feels harsh against their weary eyes. They glance back one last time, the cabin standing ominously against the backdrop of the dense woods, a chilling reminder of their brush with the supernatural, a symbol of their lost innocence. As the survivors leave, shadows linger, leaving an unsettling sense that the malevolent force may not be fully extinguished. The cabin fades into the distance, but the memories of their terrifying ordeal remain, a haunting echo of their cursed legacy.